What if I told you that there's a watch so rare, so outrageously expensive, and so absurdly over the top that even Cenat, the most subscribed Twitch streamer in history, wouldn't dare flex it on stream? We're not talking about a Richard Mille or a Patek Philippe with diamonds on the dial. We're not talking about some one-of-one wrapper special with an iced-out case and custom bezel. No, we're talking about the Hallucination by Graf Diamonds, a $55 million fever dream strapped to your wrist. Now just think about that for a second. Cenat is a guy who casually buys designer pieces, travels the world, and crashes Twitch with viral IRL streams that rake in millions. But this watch, it would make even him pause. So how on earth did a watch, something that's supposed to just tell time, end up costing more than a private island, penthouse in New York, and a fleet of Lamborghinis combined? Welcome to Luxe HQ, your gateway to the pinnacle of luxury watches. Today's video is about a $55 million insane watch. Before we move ahead, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Chapter 1. The $55 million Hallucination. The Hallucination isn't just a watch. It's a statement, a hallucination in the most literal sense, because when you first see it, your brain refuses to believe it's real. Crafted by Graf Diamonds, a name already synonymous with royalty-level extravagance, the Hallucination debuted at Baselworld, the world's most prestigious watch show. But unlike its more practical counterparts from Rolex or Omega, this piece wasn't here to fit your wrist. It was designed to break reality. It took thousands of hours to complete. The result? A kaleidoscope of over 110 carats of rare, naturally colored diamonds, pink, blue, yellow, orange, green, each painstakingly cut into shapes like heart, marquise, emerald, and pear. It's the horological equivalent of Jackson Pollock and Michelangelo collaborating on a single canvas, except it's wearable, technically. But here's the real kicker. Beneath all that gemstone madness is a simple quartz movement. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't some ultra-complicated tourbillon or perpetual calendar. It doesn't sync to your phone. It doesn't mine Bitcoin. It tells time, like any $10 Casio. And yet, it costs more than 99% of humans will make in their entire lifetimes. So the question becomes why? Why does something so functionally simple carry such a monstrous price tag? The answer: luxury isn't about logic. It's about emotion. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Stupidly Expensive Things. There's a powerful quote in luxury marketing. People buy emotions, not products. A $55 million watch isn't purchased for its timekeeping. It's purchased for what it says, what it signals, what it represents. It says, I live in a different dimension. It says, I don't follow the rules, I make them. It says, you could work your entire life and still not afford this clasp. This is known as costly signaling theory in psychology. It's the same principle behind peacocks' huge tails or supercars in traffic. The harder it is to acquire, the louder the flex. And brands like Graf aren't stupid. They know that the ultra-rich don't want what's available to everyone. They want access to what can't be accessed. Not because it's useful, but because it proves they're part of a microscopic club of people whose wealth literally defies common sense. When you see the Hallucination, you aren't looking at a watch. You're looking at power, vanity, narrative, and madness, distilled into one glittering, mind-bending artifact. And that's what makes it viral bait. Chapter 3. Cenat, Virality, and Why This Watch Was Built for Content. Let's be real. Cenat could buy a $1 million watch tomorrow and post a TikTok about it with the caption, "Lil gift for myself," and instantly rack up 10 million views. He knows how to flex for content. But even he would struggle to wear this. Because the Hallucination isn't just a luxury item, it's a meme waiting to happen. A flex so large that it backfires on the average influencer. In fact, Graf isn't even trying to sell this watch to streamers or celebs. That's not the point. The point is conversation. The point is headlines like this one. The point is YouTubers making top 10 most expensive watches videos and putting it at number 1. The point is magnates media explaining how this watch hijacked the internet for free PR. It's what luxury insiders call cultural saturation via shock. See, once a luxury item crosses a certain price point, it no longer needs to sell in volume. It just needs to exist and get people talking. Because every share, every comment, every meme makes Graf Diamonds more famous. And that fame trickles down to their actual bread and butter products. 500,000 diamond rings, $1 million engagement sets, $250,000 statement pieces for billionaires' wives. In short, this $55 million watch is an ad, a walking billboard. And that makes it priceless for the brand, even if it never sells. But it might. And if it does, that sale could rewrite someone's identity forever.
Chapter 4. Who buys this stuff? Let's entertain the question no one wants to ask out loud. Who the hell buys a $55 million watch? Here's the truth. There are people, real people, who are so rich that spending $55 million on a shiny bracelet barely dents their balance sheet. Think oil barons, Middle Eastern royalty, crypto whales, oligarchs, or CEOs with multi-billion-dollar net worths. To them, $55 million isn't a life-changing decision. It's a Tuesday, and more importantly, it's anonymity insurance. That's the thing about items like the hallucination. They're often not bought in public auctions or flashy showcases. They're whispered about in private showrooms, discreetly, quietly, through networks of power that normal consumers will never touch. The hallucination may have already sold, or it may sit in a vault, waiting. But the buyer doesn't post about it, because when you reach that level of wealth, the real flex is silence. Ironically, while everyone's talking about it online, the owner might be chilling in Geneva, watching the world buzz over something that now lives in their private collection. Chapter 5. Why watches became the ultimate status symbol. In the digital age, you'd think watches would have died off. After all, your phone tells you better time. You can ask Siri or Alexa. Heck, your Tesla tells time too. But luxury watches have exploded. Why? Because watches are the perfect paradox. They're ancient and modern, they're tiny, mechanical, and analog, yet they now represent the ultimate form of digital clout. The rarer the watch, the more viral the flex. Just look at Drake with his custom Richard Mille, Logan Paul's $5 million Pokemon Patek, Jay-Z with a hublot so big it looks like a satellite dish, LeBron James rocking an Audemars Piguet that outshines half the NBA. In the social media age, watches became visual identity tools, a quick flash in a vlog, a close-up in a TikTok, a paparazzi shot on the red carpet, and boom, you've told the world you've arrived. But even in that crowd, the hallucination stands apart. It's the final boss of watch flexing, the equivalent of pulling up to a party in a solid gold tank while fireworks spell your name in the sky. It's ridiculous, it's excessive, and that's exactly why it works. Chapter 6. Final thoughts. It's not about time. Here's the irony. You can't even read the time properly on the hallucination. The diamonds distract from the dial. The color overload melts your eyes, and the hands are so small they disappear into the shine. But maybe that's the point, because in this world, time doesn't matter. When you're rich enough, time bends to your will. You fly private, skip lines, buy out venues, freeze moments, delay aging, outsource chores. Even death, in some circles, is something to negotiate with money and medicine. In that sense, the hallucination isn't a watch at all. It's a symbol, a shimmering monument to the idea that if you have enough money, you don't just measure time, you own it. So what are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comments. We will catch you in the next one. Hit like and subscribe to Luxe Edit HQ for weekly deep dives on everything luxury.